He was exhausted, covered in sweat, sore from head to toe, and yet nothing he did seemed to matter. And one comment, sharp and unexpected, cut deeper than any physical pain. Their marriage almost shattered in an instant. Here's how it started. Jason had just become a new father. Nights without sleep, endless diaper changes, crying that pierced his heart. And on top of it all, he worked a physically demanding job, lifting, bending, carrying, day after day. Every muscle ached, every bone protested, but still, he did it all. At home, he wanted appreciation, a simple thank you, a sign that his efforts mattered. But it never seemed enough. The bills, the sleepless nights, the endless to-do lists, it all fell on him. And slowly, the frustration built. Like steam in a pressure cooker, most couples would crumble under this kind of strain. But Jason and his wife, they were about to confront something far deeper than exhaustion. One evening, after an especially brutal 12-hour shift, Jason returned home, sore, tired, and emotionally drained. He barely had energy to feed the baby before collapsing onto the couch. His wife, frustrated with the endless chaos, made a comment. One line that cut him to the core. "You never help enough around here," she said. It was a simple sentence, but it carried months of unspoken resentment, blame, and exhaustion. Suddenly, years of love seemed overshadowed by anger and hurt. Jason's chest tightened. His mind raced. Was all he had done invisible? Unvalued? Most couples might have argued and moved on, but this comment unearthed something far deeper, and it forced them both to confront the cracks. Words escalated. Tiredness turned into frustration. Silence became sharp stares. Both felt unheard, unseen, unappreciated. Jason thought, am I failing as a father, as a husband? But that wasn't the worst part. He stormed out for a walk, needing space. Outside, he felt the weight of responsibility crushing him. Bills, the baby, the job, the house, all on his shoulders. Every step echoed his exhaustion. Meanwhile, at home, she wondered if he even cared. What happened next? It changed everything. When Jason returned, tempers flared again. Voices raised, tears were shed. Accusations, guilt, and hurt collided in a storm of emotion. The baby cried in the background, adding another layer of tension. Their marriage hung by a thread. Could they even communicate without hurting each other? Then, in a moment of raw honesty, Jason admitted his fear, his exhaustion, and how unappreciated he felt. His wife, shocked and tearful, realized she had been blind to his struggle. The raw honesty broke through the tension. Boundaries were set. Expectations were clarified. Both realized that love isn't just about endurance. It's about seeing each other, hearing each other, and choosing to fight for the partnership rather than against it. Jason didn't have to carry the weight alone anymore, and she learned to appreciate every invisible sacrifice he had made. The argument could have destroyed them, but instead, it became a turning point. They learned to communicate, to value effort over perfection, to acknowledge each other's struggle. The baby slept peacefully as they embraced, not just physically, but emotionally. Sometimes the hardest moments don't break us. They reveal who we truly are and who we want to be together. Jason could have walked away, could have stayed in frustration. But instead, they chose honesty, empathy, and boundaries. And that choice saved their family. What about you? When was the last time you faced your hardest truth and chose understanding over anger? Because sometimes the battles that seem like the end are actually the beginning of something stronger.